everybody, we're gonna label him like this unicorn thing. Everybody's been a unicorn over the last few years, but he's more like an alien.
Victor Wembanyama has taken the basketball world by storm. Everywhere you go, from barbershops to locker rooms, fans and analysts can't stop talking about him. As one of the most hyped NBA prospects in recent memory, Wemby lived up to the sky-high expectations that came with being the #1 pick in the 2024 NBA draft. And he didn't just show up, he showed out in his rookie season. Victor averaged an impressive 21.4 points, 10.6 rebounds, 3.9 assists, and a jaw-dropping 3.6 blocks per game. A stat line like that, it's not just good, it's generational. NBA veterans and stars across the league have taken notice. Even some of the league's biggest names were left speechless after facing Victor in the San Antonio Spurs. One of those legends, LeBron James, a man who knows a thing or two about pressure, hype, and greatness. LeBron entered the NBA as a teen phenom and has carried the crown ever since. But even with all he's seen over 2 decades in the league, the King admitted he's never played against anything quite like Wembanyama, a 7-foot unicorn who can shoot, handle the ball like a guard, and glide in transition. That's a new kind of nightmare for defenders. And LeBron, he's officially impressed.
He's special, and he has an unbelievable coach that's going to make sure that he does things the right way, play the game the right way, and he's going to continue to develop. But he's already special, but he's going to continue to get better and better and better, each and every game, each and every year that he steps on this floor.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's 2023-24 season was nothing short of incredible. He didn't just shine individually, he led the Oklahoma City Thunder to the top seed in the ultra-competitive Western Conference, something almost no one predicted. When the season began, Shai's leadership brought out the best in his teammates, including standout rookie Chet Holmgren, who went head-to-head with Victor Wembanyama in the race for Rookie of the Year. Given that context, it makes sense that Shai might hold back a little when handing out praise to Wemby. After all, the competition was real. But even with the rivalry in mind, there's no denying the obvious. Shai knows Victor Wembanyama is the real deal. Everyone in the league is waking up to the same truth. Wemby isn't just a prospect, he's a problem in the best way possible.
Yeah, they like early in the game, their weak side was collapsing on every drive, and just randomly, it wasn't a rotation. Especially I don't want to butcher his name, Victor. He would just come in on every drive to try to block it, and I think we got caught a couple times early in the game. And then once we start not taking the bait and moving it, they were spread out, and then we were able to get layups later in the game.
Going up against Victor Wembanyama is no easy task, no matter who you are. His towering height and elite rim protection make him a nightmare for anyone trying to score inside. And Atlanta Hawks star Trae Young found that out the hard way. Trae, known for his creative finishing and slick moves around the basket, is one of the most crafty scorers in the NBA, and at just 6'1", he's had to master the art of maneuvering around bigger defenders. But when the Hawks faced off against Wembanyama and the Spurs, even Trae had trouble getting past that incredible 8-foot wingspan. After the game, Trae gave credit where it was due. He admitted just how difficult it is to score over someone with Wembanyama's size, timing, and reach. Victor's presence isn't just tall, it's towering in every sense.
I mean, he's a presence every time he's on the floor. You don't know if he's going to block your shot or go back to the big for the lob. And offense, I mean, they use him a lot better in that second half, throwing it up to him. I mean, sometimes you feel for him. He has some open looks. Sometimes they don't get it to him. And they were getting it to him in that second half on those lobs and just throwing it up to him. And we had to do a better job, but I'm glad we closed it out.
Just like Trae Young, Steph Curry knows the challenge of facing Victor Wembanyama up close. Curry, one of the most creative and efficient finishers in NBA history, has built his career on outsmarting defenders rather than overpowering them. Whether it's his signature floater or his lightning-quick release, Steph has always found ways to score even against bigger players. But Victor Wembanyama isn't your average big. With his insane length and surprising quickness, Wemby managed to contain Curry on several key plays, a rare sight against someone who can light it up from anywhere on the floor. As always, Steph showed respect where it was due. He made it clear Victor Wembanyama is no ordinary rookie, he's a special kind of problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's he's a presence. He's different in that respect, where I had a lot of daylight and thought I could get it up. I saw him coming, but thought I could get it up quick enough. And even the way he blocked it still looked weird. I'm looking at the bench. It's like, is that goaltending? Nah, he probably got it. So just a reminder, if there are options out there, but you can't disregard, where he's at every possession just because it's something you haven't seen before.
When it comes to finishing at the rim, Morant is one of the best in the game. He might not have the size of a traditional slasher, but what he lacks in height, he makes up for with jaw-dropping athleticism. While guards like Steph Curry and Trae Young rely on finesse, Ja attacks the rim with pure explosion in a heated matchup between the Memphis Grizzlies and Victor Wembanyama's San Antonio Spurs. Ja had a score to settle. Wemby had blocked him a couple of times earlier in the game, but Ja wasn't done. On one electric drive, he crossed up Wembanyama and did the unthinkable. He went up strong and put the 7 for Phenom on a poster. The crowd went wild, and social media exploded. But in classic Ja Morant fashion, he downplayed it after the game, brushing it off as just another play. Still, moments like these show why his fearlessness makes him one of the most thrilling players to watch even when facing a giant like Wemby.
Moment was just like any other moment for me when somebody guarded me. My goal is to score, so nah, I didn't get no, like, wake up, like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, nah, it wasn't no excitement. I don't try to dunk on people like I used to no more, so just get a bucket, man, find a way.
Chris Paul has built his legendary career on brains over brawn. At just 6 feet tall, CP3 has never relied on size or athleticism. Instead, he's mastered the game with elite basketball IQ, pinpoint decision-making, and a silky touch around the rim. He's not a score-first player, but when needed, he can pick apart just about any defense. But even the point guard ran into problems against Victor Wembanyama in their matchup. Victor's length and timing threw off Paul's rhythm. On several possessions, Wemby kept CP3 from reaching his usual spots, forcing one of the game's smartest guards to adjust on the fly. After the game, Chris did what true students of the game always do. He gave credit where it was due. Paul praised Wembanyama for his unique impact and showed the respect only a true veteran can offer to rising greatness.
I mean, sometimes you try to put him in the action away from the ball just to keep him far away from the rim, but he's such a smart player and a good defender that he changed a couple of my middies tonight. Yeah, you got to shoot it to the moon, you know what I mean? And one of the lobs I threw to Trace, he got a hand on it. So he does a lot of things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
CJ McCollum has been a steady scorer ever since winning Most Improved Player in 2015-16. While he's rarely the first option, he's consistently put up around 20 points a night and remains one of the league's most dependable guards. Off the court, CJ is a true student of the game, always studying new talent, so it's no surprise he's been paying attention to Victor Wembanyama. McCollum spoke highly of the Spurs rookie, calling him a special talent with a bright future. Even with all eyes on their own seasons, veterans like CJ know greatness when they see it.
I think when he was first coming out, and before Summer League, there was a lot of buzz, a lot of people talking about him, him being, a taller version of KD. You hear all the comparisons, and then you get to see him play. You understand that he's young, he's very skilled, he's got pop, he's within the Spurs organization, so they're going to grow and develop him properly, and he'll become very successful, I would imagine, based on his talent and the location of where he's at. But I think now everybody just kind of focus on their own seasons. Like, so many things have happened. The Dame trade, you look at all the things that have happened where, like, the storyline kind of shifts and flips. But I think once the season starts and you start to see matchups, you start to watch games, then the highlights will come together and you'll be able to see and talk more about Victor. But I think right now everybody's just so locked into understanding how hard this season is going to be every night, with teams being better, teams executing better, playing faster, all those things mattering. I think guys are just really, really locked into their own situations right now.
Being your team's top scorer while sharing the court with Kevin Durant is no small feat, but Devin Booker pulled it off. In the 2023-24 NBA regular season, the Phoenix Suns guard averaged 27.1 points per game. Tied with KD himself, Booker is one of the league's most polished scorers. Size, strength, or speed, it rarely matters. He finds ways to get buckets against just about anyone. But even he ran into a challenge named Victor Wembanyama at T7-4. With freakish length and mobility, Wemby gave Booker a tougher time than usual. After facing the Spurs rookie, Booker admitted he's still trying to figure him out, a rare statement from a scorer of his caliber.
He's an unbelievable talent. Everybody knows that. Just trying to figure out what he is because we've never seen him before. So we got him early in the season. Hopefully next time we play him, we can make some adjustments to make it tougher on him. But he has an advantage being 7'4" and being able to shoot over everybody. So just finding different ways to make it tough on him.
Kawhi Leonard is one of the best players in the league when he's actually on the court. Known for his quiet demeanor and limited media appearances, Kawhi usually lets his game do the talking. But during the 2023-24 season, even he couldn't avoid the buzz surrounding Victor Wembanyama. After facing the Spurs, reporters naturally asked Kawhi about the league's most talked about rookie. True to form, Kawhi kept his comments short, but he still gave Victor his nod of approval. Coming from someone as reserved and respected as Leonard. That says a lot.
He's gonna be good. It's still early in the season, obviously, but once he figures out where he's going to be getting his shots and reading defenses, I think he's going to be good. I feel like he got more aggressive, like a more aggressive mentality as he started this season off, and I think he'll just keep getting better.
De'Aaron Fox is easily one of the most explosive guards in the NBA and arguably the fastest player in the league. His speed is his weapon, allowing him to blow by defenders and finish at the rim with ease. But when you're facing Victor Wembanyama, even elite speed isn't always enough. Fox found himself challenged by Wemby's incredible length, often needing a perfect first step just to get a clean look. After the game, the Kings star spoke to the media and shared his thoughts on the rising rookie, clearly impressed by what Victor brings to the floor.
Nothing can prepare you for that type of length. Doesn't matter who you play against, if it's not Wemby, nothing prepares you for that. So obviously he's older, he's stronger than most in this league, and just obviously you go up against someone like that, you try to go into their chest, you try to make it a physical game. At the end of the day, obviously he's gonna block shots regardless of how the game's going. He's gonna get 2 or 3 blocks no matter what happens. But that can really weigh on you. You get hit over and over again. It's a physical game, and that's the way Domas plays. And obviously, this is Wemby's first year in the league, and that's kind of what I feel like everybody was like, oh, can he handle the physicality? I think he can. I think you kind of have to get used to it and then learn how to dish it out without fouling, but Domas did what he does.
Donovan Mitchell often plays bigger than his 6'3" frame suggests. With explosive drives and a fearless approach, the Cleveland Cavaliers guard brings a powerful presence that keeps defenders on edge. But in a January 2024 matchup against the San Antonio Spurs, even Mitchell struggled, finishing just 1 for 10 from beyond the arc and committing for turnovers. Despite years of going up against long defenders like Rudy Gobert, Mitchell admitted that Victor Wembanyama still caught him off guard. Wemby's reach and timing disrupted Donovan's rhythm, leading to rare misses and forced passes. After the game, Mitchell didn't shy away from giving credit. He praised Wembanyama for his impact, calling the rookie's defensive presence both surprising and impressive.
He's as advertised. He's I don't know if he's gonna fill out like Giannis or what it'll be, but right now he's doing things that you can tell he's young, but he's doing things that like, oh, you can see it. You can see what he will ultimately be. The competitor he is. I saw it against the Bucks. Seen it tonight. Never stopping. He's already a defensive monster. The one where he took the ball and I had to shoot it in the corner. Like, I'm pretty sure he was 3 or 4 feet away from me. That most bigs don't have the wingspan to get there and play the lob with JA. So those are things just disruptive defensively that he already has. And I've already played with Rudy, and to see him and to see someone bigger and longer than him, I think is the I think is it's pretty wild.
Before Victor Wembanyama took center stage, Luka Doncic held the title of the most hyped European prospect to enter the NBA. Now well into a remarkable career, Luka continues to put up video game numbers, finishing the 2023-24 regular season with a staggering 33.9 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 9.2 assists per game. In any other year, those stats would dominate headlines. But this season, much of the spotlight was shared and sometimes stolen by Victor Wembanyama and his jaw-dropping rookie performances. Even Luka, no stranger to greatness, couldn't ignore what he saw. He joined the long list of NBA stars, openly impressed by the 7 for French Phenom. Wemby's arrival is changing the conversation, and even league veterans like Luka are taking notice.
I mean, he's going to be amazing. He already is. The size, obviously, like everybody talks. But, he has the way he moves for 7'5", 7'6", I don't know, what is it? Sorry. But he moves incredible. He moves like a point guard almost. So it's pretty amazing to see him. Like Grant said, he's going to have a great future, and he's going to be amazing to watch.
The NBA is full of physical marvels, players whose bodies defy logic and redefine athletic limits. And while Victor Wembanyama may now top that list, there's no forgetting Zion Williamson, a 6'6" to 285-pound powerhouse with the explosiveness of a high jumper and the strength of a heavyweight lifter. Zion usually barrels to the rim with no hesitation, no matter who's in his path. But when facing the San Antonio Spurs, even he had to keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama. Wemby's length and timing forced Zion to adjust, a rare sight for someone who's used to going through defenders, not around them. After the game, Zion made it clear Victor's presence was felt, and his performance left a serious impression.